Joanna moves her hands nervously as she tells her story of horror and abuse. It all started when she met a charming man.
Estuve 3 meses bien con él, normales.
I was in a normal relationship with him for 3 months, she says. Then he asked her to elope and she agreed.
He promised we would get a house and we would raise children. I was naive and believed everything he said. We started living together in July, and by September he was already forcing me to work as a prostitute.
She was only 14 years old. Her captor took her to work in 2 different states and then to Mexico City. She says she was forced to have sex with dozens of men for as many as 18 hours a day. If she failed to make at least $600 a day, she faced severe punishment.
He hit me many times with a cable. He would hit me in the legs and hands. One time he started beating me with a broomstick. He beat me so hard I couldn't even get up afterwards.
The arrests of 13 Mexican nationals in New York State in late April suggests pimps are also crossing borders to exploit their victims. According to authorities, the suspects worked a sex trafficking corridor, transporting women from the small town of Tenancingo in central Mexico to the New York area. Over a period of 7 years, officials say, dozens of women were exploited. Some of them from Mexico were forced to have sex with as many as 30 customers per day.
No puede ser.
Humberto Paget is a Mexican journalist who wrote a book about how Mexican pimps operate. He says trafficking young women in Mexico has increased in recent years, faster than drug trafficking.
Pero un kilo de marihuana se vende una vez.
You can only sell a kilo of marijuana once, but you can sell a woman multiple times, even as many times as 60 per day. In 5 years, a woman can make as much as $1 million for her pimp.
Last year, Mexico approved a law that makes human trafficking a federal crime punishable by up to 40 years in prison. The law targets not only those involved in sex trafficking, but also other forms of modern slavery, including forced labor and child pornography. Paget says pimps force women to stay with them by threatening to kill family members if they escape. Maria, a former prostitute, lost her father only 6 months after escaping her pimp. She believes the prostitution ring who held her is responsible for his murder.
More than anything, I feel guilty about my father's death. Sometimes I think that I should have stayed with the pimp so that he would kill me and not my father.
There's no way I'm ever going to feel better, she says. They destroyed my life. Rafael Romo, CNN Atlanta.